Hey guys, I just got home from work and it is that time to change my insulin on my insulin pump. I did eat out today, so my insulin ran out a little bit quicker because I had more carbs than normal. So on average, I should be dosing about 30 units a day. But because of my thyroid and stuff like that, some days are better than worse. When it's hot outside, like right now, why is it so hot in October? Y'all tell me, okay? But I'm more insulin resistant when it's hot outside, so I need more insulin. Now that we're going into winter, hopefully that goes down, but as of right now, every 3 days is what I have to change it at. And I am putting a little bit more in there, just in case I do need more than I am prescribed, which is something that my endocrinologist actually recommended me to do. So here's my pump. As you can see, it's all kind of all beat up because I didn't have the case on it. And as a kindergarten teacher, it kind of goes through it just like me. So this is how it looks without the reservoir in there. So I just wanted to go ahead and get that started. So this is what the reservoir looks like. So I do get a box of these. Every 3 months, I get a new shipment in for 3 months supply. I'm actually running low. I have 4 left. So I have to place that order soon. But there it is. I'm going to vacuum seal it. I did wash my hands with soap. Okay, so there it is. Okay, so it comes with this, which helps me get it out of the bottle since I don't want to do it with the needle. And this is my reservoir. Okay, put it on there. It comes with this. It kind of reminds me of like the contact things that I used to use when I was a teenager. Okay, so and then I do get it out of a vial. So here it is, fresh out the fridge. Well, not fresh. I leave it out for a couple minutes so that it's not too cold, because when it's too cold, it does hurt as it's going in. Because it's sealed, it's a new one. I don't need an alcohol wipe to wipe it. But normally, I would put it in my mini fridge and I would wipe it down with the alcohol wipe after each use, because once this comes off, the seal is broken, you can't use it anymore. So in the trash that goes. And then I always make sure that I pull out the dosage that I need before I connect it. So for 3 days I'm going to give myself 30, just because, again, I want to give myself a little bit more than I need, just in case I do end up needing it within those 3 days, because once it's in, it's in. I can't refill this. Okay, or you can, but that's like asking to get sick or infected because bacteria. Okay, so I am going to fill till 30 times 3, that is 90. I'm just gonna go ahead and do 100 units just to be safe. So then I'm going to put this in, and then each little line on here is 10 units. So I count down 10 lines, okay? So I'm gonna put it in, always make sure it's upside down, there's no bubbles. Okay, once it's in, I always hold it from here, and I'm gonna push in, putting pressure into the vial, and hold it until it slowly comes out. This is the easiest way to do it without any air bubbles. So just, you see that? It's slowly going to fill in. Although I do see some air bubbles. That's because I was shaking the bottle before doing that. I don't normally do that. So it's going, it's going. So it's slowly filling up. All right, and it actually went past where I needed it. So I'm actually gonna do 110 just to be safe. So right there, so once that's in, I take this off so it doesn't keep filling. You can tap it out with air bubbles and stuff like that, but this actually goes right to the very tippy top. If you can see, this normally never happens. There's no bubbles in there whatsoever. So lucky me, it kind of cleared up on its own. That's the best part of pulling it out first and then pushing it in, because the pressure makes it so there's no air bubbles going into it. Once this gets lower, then it's inevitable. There's going to be bubbles in there. So then I get this, and I actually just opened a package for the extractor. So this is for my infusion set. So it looks like this when it's brand new. I did it earlier, right before starting recording, so I'm not going to open another one. But it looks like this. So each time I have to do it, I open it, I clean this section, with alcohol because I have to be sterilized. And I take off this little tab here. You peel it off, there's sealant. I clip it on, make sure it stays, push it down, and then you push the button and it goes in. Let me see if I still, yep, it's right here. So this is what it looks like. You can't really see the needle in there because it's gone, but you would push it here and it goes into your body. Okay, so it does hurt, by the way. So then I'm gonna take this off. This is a one-time use thing. It goes into my sharps container. And then I will get this. It's brand new. I will put it in here. And again, we do not want any air bubbles, so put it in while it's straight up, just in case. There's none in here, but just in case. Then I will take this part off, which is what goes into my infusion set on my body. So I will push gently until a little bit comes out. There you go. So then there's that. So now we'll go into my pump. And we're going to go to the menu and reservoir and set. And it's going to ask me to rewind the screw in there. So I'm going to rewind that. Okay. There it goes. And so before you connect it to your body, you want to make sure you follow here. So I'm going to put it in now. So I take off this little pusher there. I'm going to load this in. So you have to feel that click, otherwise it's not secure. So then I'm gonna press load. So what that does, if you can hear it, it moves it senses how much you have in there, so it knows how much insulin is in your pump at all times. So that's how I know it's ready. So then it asks to fill tubing, which I already did, so I'm just gonna put next instead of fill. And then it asks me to put it into my cannula, which is the part that I put onto my body, which is, I'm not gonna show you because, I don't know, it's personal. So I'm gonna connect it. I'm just sure you'll hear it. There it goes. And then I'm going to go ahead and put fill to fill the cannula. Because if you don't fill the cannula, then when it starts giving you units, it's gonna think it's giving you more than it actually is. So there it goes, it's filling up now. And I'm done pretty much. I'm gonna wait for it to give me the all done thing. In the meantime, I'm gonna put my insulin in my mini fridge. So I do kind of have like a chaotic medical shelf, but I'm putting this in here. And I do have my inhaler and my backup pen just in case. I'm putting this here. I always put them here. I'm glad that has that shelf. And close. Always make sure that your insulin is refrigerated. Right, so it just finished. I'm all done. It says all done. So I'm good to go. The next thing I will do is, actually, I'm going to take this out real quick because I need to put my case back on there. I didn't used to use the case, but you can see it's a bit scratched up. Let's see if you can get it to see. It's a bit scratched up. I do wear this out. I know I shouldn't. I wear it like this. I know most people say to wear it like this, but it just pushes against my body and I don't like that. So I started using the case. It makes it bulkier, but I mean, this is, you know, thousands of dollars, so I don't want to ruin that. I've been thinking about getting the Omnipod, but I'm still paying this off, if I'm being honest. So I'm not going to quite do that yet, but I will once that becomes an option for me. So put that back in. Oh, the smell of insulin, horrible. All right, and that's it. I just refilled my thing. I will show a sensor next time, how I switch out my sensor, which is here. I do cover it with a Band-Aid because I am actually allergic to the adhesive that comes with it. So I'll show you guys how I do that in next time. Bye.